Hello everyone, today we have Dr. Abhinanda Sarkar with us. He is our Associate Dean and Director of Research. He has been working with GE as Principal Scientist. Thank you sir, thank you for taking out time and to answer a few questions.
You're welcome.
So sir, how has been your experience at Myra?
So Vikram, let me take you back a little bit in time. So I have been associated with Myra since it was a gleam in its creator's eyes. So I've seen the institution grow from concept to building to staff and faculty recruitment to you and your predecessors as students. And it's been a remarkable journey to see an institution come up from an idea to actually graduating students, seeing them learn and getting them into the workplace to be useful contributors to business and to society has been a wonderful experience for me. I have enjoyed every minute of the time that I have been here physically, and also in terms of the effort that I and many others have put in. It's been gratifying to see it pay off, and so far so good, and you're the next generation to make it even better.
Yeah. What do you think about the batch profile which we have at Myra?
One of the things that we have tried to do, and I think we have succeeded considerably, is to have a lot of variation in our students. We have, as you know, 2 programs underway. We have a PGDM program which includes a variety of experience levels, beginning with freshers to those who have some 4 or 5 years or even more of experience, to a PGPX program, X standing for executive, which is to represent professionals who've been around for a little longer, maybe decades or so. So across the spectrum, we obviously have a wide range of experiences. We also have a wide range of cultures, different backgrounds, different social representations, different languages, different income levels, and most importantly for us, different expectations of what management is, what education is. So while it's a little bit of a challenge to teach a class that looks like that, it's also a cross-learning experience. So the student profile's variation surprises me, continues to surprise me, and hope will continue to surprise me in the future.
As you're the faculty of data analytics, what do you think about big data?
Big data is obviously the big buzzword today. Everyone is excited about it. As someone who's been doing data work, however it's been called, for 25 years now, it's been a revelation to see the amount of interest in the area, to see the impact that it is making and the amount of money that is being put into it and it has been generating. So I think certainly the digitized world has made this a lot more interesting and a lot more lucrative. So the combination of information technology and mathematical sciences and business application is coming together now. The exciting thing about it is that I hope this will be a point of entry into a field for a variety of students. And for you, your colleagues, and for others we have in the Myra program, we hope that we will be able to position our students to enter the big data world through a variety of mechanisms, as business specialists, as technology enablers, as even maybe as mathematicians and statisticians. We'll see what the future holds. But the past of this has been interesting for me. I've seen it in a variety of contexts, in a variety of industries. In the future, I think it will be even more interesting. I just hope I can keep up.
Sir, could you shed some light on the student exchange program which we have at Myra?
So one of the things we understood when we started Myra was that Myra is in the city of Mysuru, and therefore it needs to have a special emphasis on connectivity. Connectivity to the outside world, connectivity to businesses and industries that may or may not necessarily be in the Mysore hinterland area. So we made special efforts to ensure that the students would have opportunities to interact very directly and very officially with other institutions. One part of that is exchange programs. There are other parts of that as well, but one part of that is exchange programs. And our extended faculty, our dean and our board of directors, looked at what was around, looked at potential partners, And the institutions that expressed an interest in tying up with us and whom we felt energized by Católica Lisbon in Portugal, the University of Washington, Boston campus in the United States, and several others whom they've spoken to, have said that this is the student profile that is of considerable interest to us. We've sent a batch, we're just going through the process of preparing our second batch to go there. And our experience has been that our students are finding this somewhat startling in a very good way. I think they didn't expect to learn how much they are learning. The feedback has been positive. The next group is very energized to go. We do understand that this is the way of the future, and we certainly want to keep up with our peer institutions to do this. The next part of this is to convert this into a true exchange program and to make sure that students from other parts of the world also come here. Exchange is a two-way street, and we want to be one of the pioneering institutions in India to make a true exchange program work. That's in the works. We hope to see what the fruits will be.
Any other details would you like to share, sir, about Myra?
Lots to share, lots to talk about. We have, from a faculty perspective, we have a pedagogy that is a way of teaching that I think is somewhat unique and very interesting. It's a combination of deep learning of courses in 2-week snippets. Usually it could be a little more, it could be a little less. But to connect it all together, we want our students to do projects. These are often very real projects, very live projects. So this stringing together of, shall we say, deep immersive, water from a fire hose kind of learning of a few topics, and then stitching it together with sort of live projects, hands-on engagements, is a very contemporary way of learning. And so that is largely an experiment that's been tried in different parts of the world, but not necessarily in India, and not necessarily in a business environment. So I'm very much looking forward to see how that succeeds. We are still fine-tuning it. We're still understanding how that is going to work, both from the immersive learning understanding perspective as well as how students do projects. And so the whole teaching model of Myra is beginning to take shape in a rather unique color, and those who like it, I think, will love it immensely. The second is I also wear currently the hat of Director of Research, and we are trying to understand what research means in a Myra context, in a business context. And what we have decided to do is to define management research in as broad a way as we conceivably can. So our research program will span things like statistics, like information systems, like development studies in the context of developing economies and sustainability, and topics that aren't necessarily traditionally management oriented. So this global view, this big view of management, not just managing an organization to make it profitable or to manage a company, but also to manage societies, to manage governments, to manage systems, to see business not just as a profit-making enterprise, but also as a community enterprise. To see technology not just in its business hat, but also in its science and engineering hat. To see mathematics in its purity, to see economics in its clarity. All that we hope will play a role. That is going to be a peculiar journey, but I think the question that you began with, the students and the variation of students, is going to play a very interesting role. So that's Myra's next step, and we'll see how that shapes up.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your valuable time.
Thanks, pleasure.